Hello everyone, my name is Christian Close and I am a drawer, illustration artist, sketcher, and a beginner in animation. And today I will be showing you how to draw a wine bottle. Now, what I'm using to draw this is a non-photo blue Prismacolor pencil and also a 2HB pencil. Now you can use graphite, but I'm not going to be using graphite as I feel that a 2HB is perfect to show the shading on this bottle because of the light that I have. So you're going to first want to draw the rough draft of the outline of the bottle. Now this is just going to be a rough draft, and the reason why I'm using a non-photo blue pencil is because I know that most of you are probably also going to want to color this. Now if you're using a digital program, the non-photo blue will not be picked up by any printer or scanner, as you know. So because of this, you only get the final draft of what you've been drawing. Now, if you're going to be doing this, you're not going to be drawing a whole bunch of the bottle. You're just going to be drawing just the main outline so that you'll be able to shade everything with the colors that you have. Now, we're going to start on the final outline, and which we're going to draw all the way around the bottle. Now, I'm not going to be making a label for this. I'm going to leave it blank so that you guys can decide whatever label you want. But I will tell you what label I am going to be making in this, showing you guys for what I have made on one of my wine bottles. So it is a Sunset Valley Vineyard 2011 Chardonnay Reserve Nelson New Zealand wine. So that's what it is, and I will be showing you the exact placement of the icons and the letters and everything. Now, you're going to want to start shading on the left side because the light is being portrayed from the left side for a huge glare. Now, I'm going to be showing you that glare, but there's also a little bit on the right because of the light being portrayed. Now, we're looking at it from a front view, so we're looking at it from being a portrait exactly in the front. So we're going to be seeing the lights glare, but we're still going to be looking at it from the front instead of looking at it from a side. Now we're going to start on the right side. As you know, we're just going to bold in the right edge of the wine bottle because there's not to be as much that's going to be done because we are seeing huge amounts of lights from the left because of the lighting. Now I have a center line to show exactly that where everything is. It will help me with the glare later on so I know exactly that the glare is not in the center and that it is in fact left of the center line when I'm drawing them later. So now we know that there is shading to be done on the right side because the left is where the light is being portrayed. So we're going to make the right side darker and only make a few lines on the left side to show that there is still texture. Now we're going to shade in the right side with some light because there is still a little bit of a glare on the right side. Not as big though. So of course, depending on the light and depending on how we draw this in the very end, we will end up shifting the light in the bottle because we're going to be seeing different shades of the color, of course, the shading. So we're going to make some things darker, some things lighter. It's just a matter of making your first drafts that you know how to make the final product. Now, of course, there is a label on the other side, and we're going to have to portray that by showing the back side of the label, which is why we do a lighter shade of the label on the glare side, and it is darker, as you can see, on the right side for the other label of that. Right above the label on the front, you can see the back label's shadow. Now we're going to start at the bottom here. And the important part that we are making is the bottom of the bottle. Now this is where it's coming up and where it is resting on the rough glass texture that's been put at the bottom of the bottle so it does not slide everywhere. So we are making the upward end at the bottom of the bottle right now. And we're going to make some parts, of course, darker than the left side because there is still a glare mark. Now as you can see with the non-photo blue, I have portrayed the glare mark, and that is why the left side is in fact lighter. Now we're going to leave a little bit of room in the center because that is where we're going to be showing the texture. Now the parts that are light and dark are still on the sides of the little inward pop at the bottom of the bottle on how we shape the bottle. So they're going to be really full with the shading. So because of the light variations, we're not going to see the texture. So that is why we color them full through. But in the middle, as you can see, we have left a space where we're going to show some dotted textures to show that there is still bumps on the bottle on the very bottom. Now on the right side at the very bottom, it's going to be a little bit darker than the left, of course, because we still have that glare. And we're also going to show how the bottom is still wrapped around with the darker shadow and how it still does move inward to make the full resting circle for the bottle, the bottom of it. So we're going to shade that in. Of course, the right side is darker, the left side is lighter. Now we finish that. Now I'm going to make the top a little bit darker, and I'm going to smear it too to make it look a little bit more realistic with the shading. And we're going to keep changing this and adding more and more because the light now is being changed in how it looks on the bottle. So we want to get it as close as we can as how it really looks. And we're going to have to make some parts darker, some parts lighter, just to show that there is a true light variation around the entire bottle. Now, of course, I'm showing you all the different ways in which some bottles look. Some of them have icons and words, there's dates, and that's just about the layout on how some bottles look with icons all over the place. Now, I'm going to be showing you one that I have done and how it looks. That is one that I have drawn, which is what I described to you guys. That is the whole look with the outside. And so I'm just going to shade in the right side a little bit more. And like I said, there are taller bottles, smaller, thinner, thicker. Depending on what you want to draw, it's how it's going to look. So we're going to shade this in. Remember that it is a little bit darker on the right side, so we're going to show a little bit of light variation. Then I'm going to show you some other bottles that I've drawn with how they look. So remember, there's different patterns. So yeah, so these are some of the bottles that I've drawn, as you can see. All the different ones, like that one. And finally, we're going to draw the little ridges at the bottom of the wine bottle to give it a little bit more detail and to make it lifelike. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was how to draw a wine bottle. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And also, remember to leave a request if you'd like me to draw anything that you had in mind. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time.